Get out!
Hello tankers and tankettes. I'm going to do something a bit different today. I'm going to do a double feature. A pair of T-50-2 games. As you probably know by this point, this thing is disappearing completely from the game fairly soon. The next patch, in fact, 0.87. It's been on the cards for a while, but yeah, Wargaming have finally decided to pull the plug, so I thought I had better do something with it sooner rather than later. So let's just ignore that. Let's just pretend that part didn't happen. I'm a pro scout, you guys. I'm a pro scout, and I would never do something as silly as tracking myself in such a fashion. Anyway, yeah, this thing, T-50-2, currently one of the best active scouts in the game. It's got, well, you can see it's got the speed, it's got a pretty decent gun, it's got a good view range. It's just, I think it's the all-rounder that other scouts aspire to be. There are other, there are scouts that are good at passive scouting. But I think this is the finest active scout in the game, and in a way it's a pity it's being taken out. But I think it's a bit too fictional even for wargaming. So yeah. So I'm doing two for the price of one this time. So as you can see, this is what I mean by active scouting: is going and finding the enemy, dodging as best I can. Anyone that's not familiar with scouting, especially active scouting, you want to be doing what I'm doing, basically. Assume that you're always spotted, and I say that, and I know it, but I don't always remember it. But yeah, I don't know why I was running into the side there. Yeah, well, we've already seen what pro I am. Yeah, you basically want to keep on the move as much as possible. Especially if you've got artillery, your job is lighting up artillery, taking out enemy artillery. This thing is exceptional at that. I won't lie, I'm going to miss it when it's gone. I'll still have the T-50, of course, and I really like the T-50 as well. And as of making this video, I'm just started on the German Scouts, which I've never played before. Other lines, well, I've got French lights. They're not really scouts. You can use them a bit. I think the ELC is probably the best of them for that. The 12T up till the 1390, they're more kind of they're kind of aggressive light tanks, really. Oh, you can see. Well, this is if you're taking fire like this. I mean, obviously I'm spotted, and there's stuff that could ruin my day, but this is why you dodge, because by the time they've fired, you've wiggled, and hopefully that throws their shot off. So you've always got to be looking for a window in this thing, and that's what I'm doing at the moment. I'm looking for a window. My ultimate goal, if I can do it, is to get through to their artillery. But well, you'll see how that works out. I mean, this thing has got a gun that can do damage, and the MT-25 is going to have, I think, if not this gun, a very similar gun. It's going to be upper tier. I'll sort of. I'm sure those of you of interest will have seen already, but basically the T-50 is going to. It's not going to be open-ended. It's going to lead into the T-34. And the new one, the MT-25, is going to come out of the KV-1S. So there's not going to be a light tank for the Russians at Tier 5 anymore. And it remains to be seen what this thing's successor is like. I mean, there are leaked pictures already, but obviously proof is in the pudding. You've got to actually drive the thing to find out. So this is me being entirely opportunistic here. This guy, well, I don't know if he's AFK, if he's got connection problems, or he's just been distracted, but he's still potentially lighting up people. So, and also, you don't get. I mean, this thing's got a good gun, and you can do the damage if you get shots like this. You'll see how much damage I actually do to him. It's got a good rate of fire, but you don't get that much opportunity to do damage. I mean, if you're doing your job right, you'll get more spotting damage than you get actual damage. Although I can't remember if that was the case in this game. You'll be able to see in the score screens. This match was close all the way along, and it will be close all the way till the end. We never really contested the north. You see we've got a couple of defending tank destroyers. I take this guy down with quite a lucky... Well, I say a lucky shot. I lead him enough. I didn't let it aim all the way. But yeah, this was just completely in a random match, and anyone that's ever played Scout knows how frustrating it can be playing a Scout in random, because there is absolutely no guarantee that anyone will act on. You can be doing the best scouting in the world, and the whole team can just be completely ignoring you. So yeah, we didn't really contest the north. Their E50 is just, yeah, we just saw he took out our tank destroyer without ever being spotted himself. That's trouble. I'm at this point thinking, right, go find their artillery. We know they've got a couple of campers themselves, and also you did not, again, just see that's another thing that you definitely did not just see, and nothing happened, and it was a figment of your imagination. So I'm still thinking, alright, go find their artillery if possible. And yeah, this next part, well, this is the kind of Scout playing where you want the Benny Hill theme playing in the background, really. It's aggressive to the point of being stupidly aggressive, and I get very lucky here, but sometimes that's what's needed with aggressive active scouting, is you just need to do it and be lucky, basically. I know that GW E100 has, well, if you see, he's got 2 kills already, so I know he's not an awful player, so if I can take him out, that is a real boon to the team. So you see me dodging madly there. I'm hoping he's lurking here, but no, this artillery player was wily. You'll see I light him up. There he is, just disappearing over the horizon. An Allura and a Purdy, so I get tracked, and then look at that ding, look at that ding. The Tiger 2 misses. I've yet to take any actual damage, so I take a cheeky shot at that guy. This is a bit stupid pulling that way, but I know the Lurva's there as well, so I'm kind of relying on the fact that I can take one hit before I, you know, unless I get incredibly lucky and burn out. None of them have enough alpha to one-shot me. So yeah, but we're being capped, and this is bad, so load up some gold ammo, because this shot's got to count. And I will go back to cap post-haste. Now, again, this is still, we're 10-10. This is an incredibly close match, and this is one where sometimes you're in a match and you think, regardless of the outcome, you can feel satisfied that you did well, and this is one of those matches. And I don't want to spoil the ending, but maybe I've given it away already. But yeah, well, you'll see the chat, everyone is at the stage where they're blaming each other, and I'm getting a bit annoyed because they're all going ping ping ping, and yeah, I'm very obviously driving back to the cap to try and defend if I can, and I know this guy is very low health, and plus a lone tank destroyer in a Scout, if you play your cards right, easy meat. And if you've ever seen ELC games, me, Circle and Versi, if we get all 3 of us around a lone tank destroyer, that guy he's had it. So I've done well up to this point. If you look at the thing, I think I've driven like 8+ kilometers in this match. I've been driving all over the bloody shop. And I've played it reasonably smart even. God, I can't speak. I'm recording this late, by the way, so if you wonder why I sound like a gibbering, you know, that's why. More so than usual. So yeah, there's their artillery, and I know it's really important to take him out because he could really tip the balance. So just completely on the fly shooting here, not stopping to aim because that's bad. And I know none of the guys defending will be able to take him out, but I just pure auto aim here, and I'm hoping beyond hope, and there he fires and he misses, and he's now mine. He's toast. He can't do anything at this point. If I was low health, he could try ramming me, but he can't do anything and he knows it. And then at this point, I completely lose my brain. I've been whizzing around all over the place, and instead of being cautious, because supporting these guys, I go in hot and hard, and that's the wrong thing to do. That Lurvis, he's looking, he's not stupid, he knows I was there. And I'm thinking, right, chit, run away, run away. Tiger 2, same Tiger 2 as before, sets me on fire. Can't react in time. Bam. Now they take him out. So all is not lost at this point. 2 versus 1. Our 2 guys are one-shottable, but with luck, all that's needed is 1 hit, and we've got this guy. T-34, IS-7 both have enough alpha to nail this guy with 1 hit. And watch what happens. T-34, bam, miss, dies. IS-7, bam, miss. That's it. I think he couldn't believe it himself, to be honest. And yeah, this match was just so close all the way to the end, and you can't really complain about a match like that, because it would have been really nice to win it, and we didn't. But even though I had a couple of stupid moments, I think I did alright that one. And yeah, it shows why I'm going to miss this thing, because you can pull off some insane things. So we'll let you look at the scores for a moment, and then we'll go on to round 2. Well, here we are, part 2, and yeah, this time it's one from the live stream, and as you see, I'm with Circumflexes and Foch U, both in their tier 10s, and well, this one goes a bit differently. I kind of want to talk about the maps a little bit, and there are good maps for scouting and there are bad maps for scouting, and the things that both these matches have in common are that they were both on good maps for active scouts. There's lots of space to roam, but there's also elements of cover that you can use and elements of terrain. And yeah, some maps are a lot better for this than others. Now, if this was El Halu, for instance, I'm pretty much restricted to passive scouting, and yeah, the map style really dictates what you can do. So anyway, having said that, onto this match. Now, I know this is going to be tricky because there's 3 autoloaders, and we've got an artillery to protect. So in the last one, the first match rather, was much more about active scouting. In this one, I'm very much concentrating on counter scouting, trying to protect our artillery and prevent these enemy autoloaders making trouble. Now, autoloaders can be dangerous because if they get the drop on you, if they track you and then just pump you full of lead, that's it. You have had it. But if you can dodge, if you can make them run out of shots, they're basically helpless. So it's risky taking on an autoloader in something like a T-50 or a T-50-2, but yeah. Oh look, stealth shed. None of you saw that. Wow, you guys are getting really good at not seeing things. But yeah, now you'll note on my team there is also a 1390 and a T-71, but they haven't paid attention to the team list. Now they're trying to support this push, and that's fair enough. But the fact is, there's 3 enemy autoloaders. We know they're being aggressive and pushing. They're not really positioning themselves to counter that threat. And I think it's kind of... a lot of scouts don't do that very well. They concentrate too much on one thing, they don't adapt to the circumstances, and in this case, on this map, counter scouting was the order of the day. Although as you can see here, I'm getting in some cheeky shots on that 51-20, and I think I actually get 1 or 2 damaging. Now our T-71, I don't know what he was thinking. That's incredibly risky, and he's open to all sorts of enemy fire, and he paid for it. Now this is when the enemy T-71s make their run, and I know that if they gang up on me, I'm screwed. But fortunately, one of them decides to go frag hunting and goes after our AFK Jagdtiger. Now that's good news for me, because suddenly it was 2-on-1, suddenly it's 1-on-1. Now, as you'll see, I can't save this arty, and none of the guys... I mean, I call this out, but the guys up ahead, they've got their own problems. That MX 1390's just popped over, and yeah, they've also got a 5120 to deal with. But having said that, this M103 is horribly unaware. Now I'm just, as you'll see, I'm firing on the move, missing quite a lot of these shots. I actually did quite a good bit of ramming damage here. But if I hadn't been that M103 would have been toast, I think, because he was not paying attention until it was far too late. And that T-71's mistake almost was, he more or less ignored me. Now, he did the right thing in going for the arty, because we're without artillery now. But given that he was going in alone and he was going against two targets and in amongst the enemy, it was suicidal, basically. It's always better in a scout. Well, it's always better in any tank, but especially in a scout. You're only any use to the team if you're alive. So, I try and stay alive, and I try not to suicide scout unless there is no alternative. So, yeah, the heavies have done their work in this one. Our team's done well. Circon and Foch have done really well. You see Circon's got 3 kills there. Foch has got 1, but I think he does. I think they both do a good amount of damage. And we're just pushing on the last remaining tanks. So, well, you'll see the C-75 doesn't last long enough, but the other thing that scouts can be good at is distraction, causing chaos. And the faster the scout, the better it is for that. Although not when you hit trees. But yeah, you see that guy is died, T-54's dead, artillery's dead, so I've got nothing to do now. But, well, you'll see from the scores, I still came out of that one with a pretty nice bundle of XP. So, yeah, I am going to miss this tank when it's gone. And having said that, you'll probably notice if you look at my stats ever at all, I haven't actually played that many battles in it. And as I said, playing battles, playing scouts in random matches, it can be either really rewarding or completely frustrating, because you are so dependent on your team. And I think the only other class of vehicle that is true to that extent is with artillery. You can influence things, and you can do the best scouting in the world, but if the team isn't paying attention, then it's just completely wasted. And of course the other thing about scouts is that when mistakes happen, they happen fast. So I like the T-50-2, but I don't play it that often. And while I'll be sad to see it go, we'll see what its replacement is like. And there are other fun scouts in the game, and well, you guys know I like the ELC a lot. And you know, there are other tanks to be had, but still a bit sad. It's the end of an era. So yeah, and let me go. Well, I really can't speak tonight. Let me know what you guys think of this double feature format, because I might do it again sometime when I want to showcase different aspects of a tank. Yeah, feedback is always appreciated. So yeah, and also if you liked this, don't forget to leave a like or subscribe, and stick around for more, you guys. We'll have fun together.